We're going to be getting our acceleration here at the XD. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a 2021 Nissan Titan XD. This particular one is in the SV package. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Titan XD. Check out their inventory link below. Let's get into the video. So under the hood we have a naturally aspirated 5.6 liter V8 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 400 horsepower and then 413 pound-feet of torque. And since this is technically a heavy-duty truck, does not have a fuel economy rating from the EPA. Now let's go over the front end of this Titan. So first off, you guys will notice that you have the signature Titan hood here with the Titan logo stamped into the front. And then we've got these halogen bulbs here for the front. You do have parking sensors here for the front end, which is nice. We've got the tow hooks, which are sticking out pretty far. Air dam there at the very bottom, and then also the chrome accenting. And then you've got the regular Nissan logo right there. And so, yeah, looks like a Titan from the front end. It does stand pretty tall, I will say that. Now coming around the side here, we've got two 65mm tires wrapped on 20-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. And then something this truck has optioned out is the high capacity front springs. So try to show that to you guys as much as I possibly can manage. And you guys can see the tread pattern there on the tire. Got our V8 endurance badge here on the side. Notice we have the mud flap there just behind the front wheel. Got your Titan XD badge, so everyone knows you got the bad boy version of the Titan. And then you guys can see the mirrors that this comes with. Notice got the chrome door handles and then the side steps there. And here's your full side view. And again, it's a very big truck. And this truck was parked next to a Pro 4X. And this actually sits higher than a regular Pro 4X. Just to give you guys an idea of the scale of the XD. And then pop in here to the rear. You guys can see the big bad leaf springs here in the back. And then again, another mud flap back there. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for that. So here's our key fob. We got the remote start, you got the lock, you've got the unlock, and then that is for the alarm. And speaking of unlocking it, we will pop here into the back. And also, I noticed that this one, the tailgate just stopped right there, but has a slow lowering tailgate, 1,984 pounds of payload capacity. And you guys can see we've got protection here, and then it has the liner here. And then this is for rails in the bed. And then notice that it has the prep there in the center. You have a full outlet, and then you've got more rails here at the top of the bed. LED lights for the cargo light, which is pretty nice. And lifting up the tailgate, it's actually very light. So going over things in the rear, let's go over the towing capacity, which is 10,990 pounds. And then you guys can see here with the taillights, you got your SV 4x4 badge, you got your Titan XD badge, parking sensors here along the rear with the receiver hitch. And then this does have the kick step, which is pretty easy to use, and you guys will see why I call it the kick step. One thing I do to mention is this one's very easy to use. The one that is on the Rams is a lot harder, like you have to muscle it out way more, whereas this is easier to get it to pop out. And it's all for the rear. Now here's the door panel in the rear. Notice how we have the padding here. You're going to rest your arm. And then I like to look at the door handle actually. Bunch of cup holders, and you can see the side step there. And notice how it actually lets you access the bed too. But here is the seat. You got the oversized headrest. Cool design here in the center with the cloth trim. And then picking up the seat, you can see the storage just underneath. Got the Titan floor mat. Got some cup holders. Got the vents down here, USBs, power outlet, all that fun stuff. And well, that's all for the back. See you. Now here's the door panel at the front. So again, you've got the soft touch here. You do have the mirrors that have blind spot monitoring. And notice how we have the controls for the windows, the mirror adjustment as well. And then here are the seats at the front with normal sized headrests. And then you guys can see here with the design there in the center of the seat. Power adjustments on the side of the seat. Got the pedal layout down below. That's to turn on the outlet. You've got the cargo light controls. Steering wheel is manually adjustable, and there's where I'm gonna look before you pop in. Now here is the steering wheel on the Titan. Notice how you have the leather wrapped around the steering wheel. We have this for the cruise control system. This does have adaptive cruise control, voice command phone controls, volume controls as well. And then you have the turn signal stock right there, also the windshield wiper stock. And then we actually have a column shifter right here with the tow mode, and then the manual shift there with the gears. And that's all for the steering wheel. Now here's the center gauge cluster. You've got the RPMs and then the speedometer as kind of like analog gauges. And then you've got that screen there in the center, which you can see different bits of information on the truck. It's pretty easy to use. So you guys can see like off-road status, for example. Pretty straightforward stuff. And then also you can see like your fuel range right up there. And it's all for the gauge cluster. So here's the center infotainment system. First off, if I pop it into reverse, you guys can see backup camera, trajectory lines, turn with the steering wheel. Pretty normal stuff. As for the rest of the infotainment system, response time with the buttons is really good. So you guys can see those pop up right away. And then as for the infotainment system itself, response time is also really good with the screen. It's easy to use. So solid system overall. Down below, we've got our analog climate controls. This does have a dual zone climate system. And then down below that, we've got our stability control parking sensor, and that's for some of the safety tech. And you guys can see the 12 volt right here, USBs, trailer brake control, and then it does have heated seats here for the front, and our drive line select, which is actually really easy to use. And then you've got some storage here at the center console, so it's kind of like underneath that whole area, and you can actually pull these out if you want. So like you could pull out the cup holders, for example, if you wanted to. And then you guys can see the rest of the center console, so tons of storage space. There's another 12 volt down there kind of hiding at the bottom. Nice padding on it. And then you can see the glove box. And then this right here is actually hard to the touch. I thought it would be padding, but it's actually hard to the touch. But I mean, it looks like it's padded here, and at the top it kind of has that aesthetic. It's not like plasticky, but it's not like super, super soft, if that makes sense. Anyways, here at the top, we've got the sunglass holder right there. And then you guys can see there with the rear window situation, we have a button to open it up. Pretty easy. And all-light headliner, and if you guys are wondering, the button's right here at the very top. So here's our window sticker for this Titan XD. You guys can freeze the frame if you want to read all the standard equipment with the Titan XD, and then some of the warranty information. And then you guys see the base price and then optional equipment here with this particular truck. And you guys see the total MSRP there, $56,890. And wait for it. Let's take it out and see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. There's your visibility of the hood. Both the mirrors, again, they've got blind spot. Then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So setting off here in the Nissan Titan XD, and it's been a very long time since I have driven a Titan XD. I think the last time was when they still had the Cummins in the Titan. And so this is an interesting experience for me to drive one of these, again with the new body style. The first thing that I want to mention is just how rough this truck feels compared to a regular Titan. You can definitely feel the difference with the ride quality. When you're in smooth pavement, it's not too bad. This is a relatively smooth truck. Definitely not there at the top, but especially when you go over bumps, that's where you really feel the difference between this and a regular Titan. And obviously, that stiffness comes with a benefit, right? This is a little bit more capable from a payload and towing capacity perspective compared to a regular Titan. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, right? The other thing is the truck just feels huge. Like this really does give you that like heavy duty truck feel. It doesn't, it feels a little bit too big to be a half ton. It's kind of hard to explain, but like just get into one of these and you understand what I'm talking about. Like this just feels massive. It feels a lot bigger than just a regular Titan. And again, like I said, seeing this next to a Pro 4X, this was definitely like just longer and it was taller. And so yeah, there's definitely a difference between the trucks. And so yeah, that's kind of like the initial stuff. Also the seats, always got to talk about the seats. These are really comfortable. So they're nice in terms of the support and the bolstering and everything. They're just good, comfortable seats. So I don't have anything negative to say about the seats. And see how the train tracks are. Yeah, it goes over it. It's not as good as the regular Titan in terms of the smoothness. We're gonna be getting our acceleration here at the XD. Still good, still sounds great. Not sure if I can, it feels like it's slightly slower than a regular Titan. slightly. It's not a huge difference, but it feels like it's slightly slower. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into selling things up here at the XD, and obviously let's give it a score as well. So first off, exterior wise, again, like I said, it looks bigger than a regular Titan, so it's got that going for it. Still looks like a Nissan Titan. Interior wise, this SV package is really nicely appointed. It's got nice features, the heated seats, nice infotainment system, dual zone climate, all that kind of stuff. So for kind of like a middle line package, I think it's great. And then from a driving perspective, it's rougher than the regular Titan. It feels a little bit slower. It's a little bit louder in terms of, you know, what you're hearing with the road noise, because, you know, it's rougher, right? You feel more with the bumps and you hear more as well. So here's what I have to say is, if you don't need the extra capability that is associated with this XD package, don't get it. Get a regular Titan. I know some people will be like, oh, but it's bigger, so that makes it cooler. It's like, I don't think that's worth it. I think I would just go with the regular Titan, but if you needed the extra payload and towing capacity, especially on the payload side of things, then yes, this XD makes sense. But yeah, if you don't need that stuff, just stick with the regular Titan. Now let's get some things up for a video on this 2021 Nissan Titan XD. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray for giving me some time with this Titan. Check out the inventory link below. I'll see all of you in the next video.